Hi, good afternoon. I'm Carl Zielman, the chairman of the Saratoga County Republican Committee. Here today with candidate for Congress, Liz Joy. In the audience this afternoon, we have our county district attorney, Karen Hagan, and our under sheriff, Rick Castle. Would like to welcome our state party chairman, Nick Langworthy, here to one of the greatest counties in the state of New York. So, Nick, welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. It's great to be back here in Saratoga, and I'm really proud to be here in support of our next Congresswoman, a great friend, Liz Joy. Liz is a great friend, and she's been working so tirelessly over these last several years to earn the support of voters from across the political spectrum and increase the conversation and the dialogue about the important issues that are often forgotten. Because her message of reining in inflation and restoring public safety is one that resonates across the board. People of all party affiliations want safer streets, and they want a better standard of living for our kids and our grandkids. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're elderly or young, whatever your background is, your ethnicity. These are the issues that are affecting everyone. They're at the kitchen table, and that is what this election's all about. And the only way we're going to deliver to change is to change who you vote for. Paul Tonko has been a politician for over 40 years. 40 years. He took office in 1983. I was 2 in 1983. Ironically, it was the last time Americans were also experiencing record inflation. He's a self-described progressive, but there is nothing progressive about the Biden-Pelosi-Tonko agenda. Their policies have taken us backward. Their inflationary policies, they're draining our wallets. Their energy policies are draining our wallets also, and they're taking us back to the dark ages. All you have to do is look at California, and you're going to see what they're trying to do nationwide. Rolling blackouts, temperature and water mandates on the horizon. And their crime policies, they have destroyed our public safety. And who's being hurt worse by their agenda? Lower income New Yorkers and minority New Yorkers. They're the ones being crushed by huge spikes in the cost of groceries, gas, and home energy. They're the ones facing a disproportionate increase in becoming crime victims. Their agenda has been a colossal failure for the people of this state, in this country. And they have created real-life consequences for people that everyone has to consider this year when you go to vote. Seniors on fixed incomes are being crushed by surging prices for everyday expenses. And soon we'll be turning on the heat. And people will be shocked when they see these warnings of the utility companies. They're getting out ahead of it. I give them credit. You know, National Grid said home heating is going up 39%. National Fuels come out and said people should expect a 50% increase in natural gas costs. Innocent people are going about their daily lives, and they've become crime victims because the people in charge created a system where criminals become before law-abiding taxpayers. And this is not just a problem in New York City. This is a problem everywhere. We've seen it across the state, in our upstate cities, and in our suburbs. Petty crimes on the rise, quality of life crimes on the rise, domestic violence is on the rise. All of the things, since Democrats destructed our criminal justice system, our quality of life has been affected, and people have become crime victims on a much greater basis. And that's, of course, also the case right here in downtown Saratoga Springs. This is one of the most beautiful places in America, but it's not without the consequence of the destruction of our criminal justice system. And we have to support our police force. And the men and women of the Saratoga Springs police force are doing an incredible job. They suit up every day and they go out to support and protect our community and our residents. They go out and make sure that while you're running errands or enjoying a nice dinner in town, that you're safe. And they've been absolutely vilified by a growing number of radicals who have been brainwashed into hating the police. It's unconscionable, and it's creating a morale crisis in this police department, but also all over the country. I love Saratoga. You guys have an incredible quality of life here. But when I read the paper that this beautiful, quaint city is experiencing multiple stabbings and violent incidents just steps from right here in front of the headquarters of the police department, this has just got to stop. We absolutely must restore public safety to all of our communities. And it starts by electing people that care, that believe that we need to support our law enforcement officers, that want to fight for a safer New York, a safer Saratoga, and a safer America. People like Liz Joy, they're 1,000% dedicated to safety of the men and women of law enforcement. Liz is 1,000% dedicated to reining in out of control inflation, to making energy affordable, accessible, and secure. Paul Tonko has failed at the most basic levels of what government must do. Keeping people safe, keeping people fed, keeping people warm in their homes and gas in their cars. And that's why it's time for change. After 40 years, enough is enough. If he hasn't gotten it done yet, he's not going to get it done next year, folks. We need a fresh set of eyes in there. We need someone that will be that voice for change, that will bring a new spirit and an energy and excitement to the House of Representatives, just like she has done as a candidate on the street. I know Liz will go to Washington and shake up the status quo. She's fearless, she's strong, and she stands with people, with the citizens of this state. Saratoga County saw a red wave last year in municipal elections, and it's building stronger every day. And I know that the people of the Capital Region are going to join together and send my friend Liz Joy to Congress. And Liz, welcome. Thank you for running. Thank you for what you've brought to this campaign, and I look forward to next January 3rd and standing next to you when we both get sworn into Congress.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you so much, and thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Carl Zielman, Chairman, Saratoga GOP, for being here. And, you know, I want to thank the law enforcement community. New York, as the Chairman pointed out, we are seeing unprecedented crime all over New York. I'm seeking to represent two of the cities, Albany and Schenectady, which are now in the top 10 most dangerous cities in New York State. Saratoga Springs has been experiencing crime like never before, with the shootings and the stabbings. I grew up in this area. We have never had that in our entire lives. And people don't feel as safe anymore walking around the Saratoga Springs streets. That's never happened before. I'm very proud to say that today I received my 8th law enforcement endorsement. 8. And I'm very proud of that. My opponent, Paul Tonko, a sitting congressman in the majority, has received 0. Not one law enforcement union has come behind Congressman Tonko to endorse him. I've gotten 8. Why is that? Because even the men and the women in law enforcement who get up every day to serve their communities, to keep people safe, to keep them secure, they know that I'm the candidate that will stand up for them, that will help to fund their departments, that will help to give them the equipment they need, that will help them with the staffing that they need, and that I'm invested in making sure, regardless of your political affiliation, doesn't matter to me, that you as a human being deserve to be safe and sound and secure in your community, your neighborhood, whether you're a child walking to school, whether you're going to the corner store, you deserve safety and security. And all 8 unions know that I am that candidate that will help them to accomplish the profession that they sought out in the first place in law enforcement. I'm also very glad to say that when I get there, I'm going to Congress in just 46 days. That's all we have, 46 days to fire taxing Tonko. Did you know that he has voted the 33 years he was in the New York Assembly, and then the 13 years that he's been in Congress, he's voted for every single tax increase. Every tax increase he has voted for. You're going to see astronomical heating costs and energy costs. Families now, 1 out of 3 New Yorkers can't pay their most basic bills. What are those? Groceries, heating costs, electric, and gas. 1 out of 3 New Yorkers. There's 19 million New Yorkers in this state. And it's awful, it's a tragedy that 1 out of 3 can't pay their most basic bills. We can change that. There is hope. In 46 days, when you go out to vote, fire Paul Tonko. As soon as I get to Congress, along with Chairman Langworthy, we are going to be pushing for energy independence. We are going to make sure that the cost of living comes down, the cost of groceries come down, the cost of those trucks going back and forth, bringing our goods, bringing our supplies, that's going to go down, which is going to bring relief to our grocery bills, our milk, our eggs, our coffee. We will see those prices decrease. Our poultry costs, we'll be able to see those decrease because we are energy independent. The only reason gas has been going down is because Joe Biden is draining the emergency oil reserves that we have, the gas reserves. He's draining them. That's it. We shouldn't be draining our reserves. We should be energy independent. And we're also going to be securing that border. We're going to be securing the border where millions have come across just since Joe Biden was elected. 78 known terrorists have been caught at that border that were already on the United States watch list. 78 known terrorists. There's been 800,000 getaways that have escaped them, and millions of illegals that have come into our country that are targeting, the drug cartels at that border are targeting our innocent children, our young people ages 18 to 25, which is the #1 killer, fentanyl, the #1 killer of our young people. Over 100,000 deaths every single year. My opponent, Paul Tonko, refuses to support closing the border where we let good people in who are vetted, but we keep the bad people out that are targeting our communities, targeting our children, targeting our school districts. This is unacceptable. As a mother of 4 and a grandmother, I'm going to change that. I'm not going to tolerate the drug cartels. I'm not going to tolerate people targeting your children regardless of your political affiliation. We need that safety, security. We need the energy independence, and we need to have law and order in every area of New York State. We are going to bring that in just 46 days when we fire the people that have gone rogue and aren't paying attention to what we are saying. And that is my opponent, Paul Tonko, who's been a career politician since 1976. He's been in office. 1976. I ask you, have your costs gone down? Has your heating gone down? Has your energy gone down? Have your gas prices gone down? Have your groceries gone down? Are you safer and more secure in the cities? Are you safer and more secure in your neighborhoods? Do you feel like your schools are safer and more secure? No. All of the answers to those questions are no. I'm asking you to put me into Congress on November 8th in 46 days. We can change this. Our slogan on my campaign is, it's time to put the joy back in New York and this country. Let's do it for our children, our grandchildren, and every single New Yorker and American that lives here. We can have a better future. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.